Nintendo announced something that we brought up last time on the podcast about how they should be moving in this direction on YouTube because Microsoft officially laid down rules for using their footage on Let's Plays. So in the past, it was that you had to be pretty much in with Nintendo in order to be able to use their footage, and then if something was claimed, you get part of that revenue. But now Nintendo looks like it's opening up to everyone with the Nintendo Creators Program on YouTube. So what it is you basically link your Google account, which is your YouTube account at this point, and your PayPal, and you'll get a portion of the ad revenue on videos that Nintendo claims. Now, it's for specific games. So this is good news because we had a lot of comments from people that honestly know nothing about understanding what copyright law is,
yes,
or how it works.
Holy shit!
They think that
it's interactive.
You think that if you buy a game that you own it and can do whatever you want with it. No, that's not how it works.
Yeah,
it's not how it works. You don't. When you buy a movie, you don't own it. You own the license to watch that movie.
That's why you get those old FBI copyright protection warnings in the beginning of movies. You don't actually own this.
You don't have to reproduce it to be put in prison. You can just even do something like take a portion of it and use it in another way.
Look at it this way: you're basically buying the right to do it. You're basically buying the right to watch and play the game yourself, and then they are including the material itself. You're not. Yes, you own that.
When I buy this game, this 25-year-old game, it's still, when I buy this, I do not own the intellectual property on this.
Right.
I own the physical item. I have purchased the license to play the game contained therein.
But Pat,
what do you?
But Pat, when you do a Let's Play, it's interactive. I'm interacting with it, so I'm changing it and making it my own. Surely that means that it's legal, right?
It has nothing to do with copyright law. There's nothing about interactivity anywhere in copyright law.
Really?
No.
Well,
so anyway,
some
that
people
said,
need to know that.
But that's what it comes down to. I'm sorry, that's the law. So you can agree with it or not, but that's how it works. So Nintendo is going to have this program that I'm glad they're doing this, because otherwise you're out of luck on YouTube. That's the way it works. Nintendo owns what's going on.
The only issue is they haven't really given out a whole lot of details.
No, they have. There's rules out here for it. They're going to be sharing. You can sign up for basically you can do it for the entire channel. So say if you want a Nintendo themed channel and you know that every single video that's going to be on there is going to be for a Nintendo product, you will get 70% of the ad revenue, a 70-30 split, which is in line with a lot of the YouTube sort of networks.
That's very common, actually.
It's a pretty good. But if it's for individual videos, like for me, for example, like I said about like my Super Mario Brothers 2 music in like Flea Market Madness Volume 1, it'll be a 60-40 split. Not as good, but at least you're getting something back from it. So there's more details, but at least it's a first step for Nintendo getting over their draconian sort of ways of saying, well, we're just going to claim it. I was like, seriously, Nintendo, for all the bad will you're now having with YouTubers and people online, you're trying to take all this ad revenue. And the list of games is interesting because it's not every single Nintendo game. It's a specific list of games that are quote unquote supported. These ones that you can do the ad sharing with.
Huh.
So it's like for the Wii U, you have like New Super Luigi. I'm not going to go through all of them, but basically like, the marquee titles, Mario Kart 8,
Smash,
3D World. Smash is not even on here yet, which makes me think that either right now they're letting it go or they're taking it all. I don't know, since I don't upload new game footage for these games. So maybe I'm hoping it's not a sort of thing where after a certain amount of time then they can make you claim money, or maybe they're going to let you do it first and then take a portion. I don't know, but the list does not have Smash Brothers on it here yet. But Wii Fit U's on there, Nintendo Land is on there, which is strange because I don't know how many people are doing gameplay footage of that.
My guess here is that it's got to be older stuff, and they probably are taking the full revenue for the newer stuff until it reaches a certain age. Because you haven't announced anything super new yet.
I'm sure someone that'll comment on what's going on with it, because I don't know. I should talk to Jared, because Jared, then again, Jared's in with Nintendo, Pro Jared, so he probably has it worked out already. So then there's 3DS games like Ocarina of Time 3D. So that's
a launch title.
Mario Kart 7, that's old.
Yeah, so they're letting you monetize shit that no one's gonna fucking watch anymore anyway.
Maybe
I'm not actually all that happy with this.
You can monetize 3DS classics, Urban Champion, Excite Bike, and Kid Icarus. Rusty's Real Deal Baseball.
I can do that. I love Rusty's Real Deal Baseball.
You can finally monetize Wii Party and Wii Sports. That's good news, right? Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2. Well, these are the more popular titles, like the Zelda titles on the Wii.
Yeah, but they're old. It's not stuff people are actively searching
All right,
for.
how about on the DS? You can finally monetize Nintendo's Dachshund and Friends, Chihuahua and Friends, Labrador and Friends, and Dalmatian and Friends. That's good news. And Mario Kart 64 DS. Then on the you can finally download. You can finally monetize Wario World on the GameCube. So that's good.
Yeah, no.
I didn't know that Nintendo was going after GameCube games from 13 years ago. I had no idea they were doing that.
The more you read this
the
list,
more, it's getting worse.
The more you read this list, the more this is a bucket of fucking horseshit.
But you can finally, you can monetize Sin and Punishment on the N64. Like really? That was like, why would they care about that?
It wasn't even their game. Well, they published it. Treasure
but it's
made
not.
it.
There's a list of like 7 N64 games that I guess they before they couldn't, like Mario Kart 64, Super Mario 64, F-Zero X, Excitebike 64, Mario Party, Yoshi's Story.
I think this is more
Game Boy Advance games, Game Boy games, Super Nintendo games. Basically, they're marquee first-party titles within the first couple of years, like F-Zero, Mario Kart All Stars, Zelda: Link to the Past, Star Fox. Super Punch-Out. And then on the NES, last but not least, I'm not going to go through the Japanese one. On the NES, there's about, I'd say, 25 titles. Some you would guess that, okay, the Super Mario Brothers games, the Zelda games.
Can I monetize Clue Land?
No.
Fuck.
But you can monetize Versus Excitebike. I'm not sure how many people owned it or they're just emulating Versus Excitebike. It's very strange. Tennis...
it's not strange, dude. It's
Mock
shitty.
Rider. It just doesn't make any sense. Wario Woods, like it's like, how many Wario Woods videos are out there on the net?
No,
anyway,
that's awful. I mean, flat out, that's awful. That's Nintendo saying, "Here, we'll throw you a few coins in your fucking hat for if you cover one of our old ass games." But if you want to,
we turned on this rather quickly.
Yeah, but if you have thousands or a million subscribers and you want to talk about Smash Brothers. Eat penis, because we're gonna take all of that ad revenue for at least the next 6 months
if they go after it.
If they go after it, I mean, it could be the other way, but no, just the game titles you're saying to me, and hey,
the way it works,
someone's gonna call me a fucking shitbag faggot in the comments section, but I mean, the way this is reading to me is that you can only make money off of these games. Everything else, they will take it.
They'll have the right to take everything else wholesale.
Right.
This is how it works when Content ID comes up. You have a list of things that match. And then you then select, you can then have the option, I guess, to go through it and say, okay, this is nothing. You can then pick out what you want to basically take or want gone from YouTube or take ad review. So it's usually manual. I'm guessing it's going to be, they'd hire people to go through them all and pick it out. So by and large, though, I don't think this is going to affect the small person. But if they see something getting hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views, maybe they'll want to.
All right.